understand what's going on. Well, it's all being controlled from here. This is where the master gland is. Control all the hormones and everything, you know. So that's why, if I know this, and I don't think one of these girls out here know this, I may not tell her that because she may not be able to properly intellectually digest that. But I will do some things to indicate that that is what is becoming a problem for her. This constant putting things in your body that is really not dope, you know, because there are things like X-lax. That's the reason why if you see a drug dealer and you're an addict, you go up to the drug dealer and say, let me get this nickel rock and $10 rock. Before you can make it back home, you're going to have to stop and poop. Now there's a reason why that is. That's because of that X-lax that some drug dealers will put into their crack cocaine. Now, why is it that before this person, this addict, who just bought this rock, all of a sudden has to poop, has to run into a hatch somewhere because he can't hold it? Why? Now remember, there's an X-lax in that. That is that conditioning, you see. That's that projection I'm telling you about. That's that chasing that high. This is what she's gonna do when she gets high. So she's doing it now. She's not thinking. She's got that. She know where she's gonna go. She know how she's gonna chop it up and, you know, and prepare it. She know all of that. You have to keep them thinking, Tom. But you first have to let them know that there is someone that they can trust, because you know this is the inner city. You just can't drop your guards. Why do you think I was there? I was there, Tom, because I had two places. I always have to have a secondary place. And that is because if somebody decided that they wanted to see what I was doing on that corner, I could always go, and my secondary place was right behind there, see, in that big old empty parking lot back there, you see. So, I mean, you always got to be thinking about your safety, and you always got to be aware, because remember this, you see, women, crack women, addicts, whatever you want to call them, they hear what you say. Crack men, heroin men, thugs, all of them, doesn't matter. Men, they see what you do. Talk all you wanna, don't matter to these people out here in the inner city. It's what you do. They see what you do. But not women. The inner city women, they hear what you say. And if you remember that, you'll be able to, you know, inner city guys, they can sit just like me and you, and they can tell you everything that's going on over there. They're not next to them, but somehow they will know. And that's because in the inner city, we speak with our bodies. We speak with our hands. We speak with our eyes. There's a reason why young guys raise their chin in the air when they're talking to you, and they sort of like look down. See, there's a meaning. If you don't know that meaning, they know you're not from the hood. I know what it means. I know where their hands should be. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, someone who's not familiar with living in the inner city, they won't recognize why one hand is in this pocket, or, you know, in this hoodie like I'm doing now, and the other one, and all of that stuff, and why this person is leaning up against the wall, and why this person here is standing over by the ice machine at the gas station when you go in. You know, it's not what anybody's saying. It's these actions, it's these behaviors. And that's what drives men and boys here in the inner city. We are always reading these behaviors, these mannerisms. And I don't care if you said, listen, I'm going to hit the $1 million lottery and give you half, but they don't hear that. They don't hear that. because they're sizing you up, because we talking predator and prey. They want to know if you're going to eat them, and they want to know whether or not they should eat you. But women, they're different. Women hear what you say. So if you're not truthful and honest with a woman, an inner city woman, she'll know it. She'll know where you're coming from. And she got something planned for you. It's just that simple, Tom, out here. Now, again, you know, I may not even get a chance to see you again. But I want you to see, I'm trying to tell you as much as I can, because I want you to know what's happening in the larger picture that we call Detroit. And then you'll notice there's a difference. You can point at that post office, but because now you have a greater understanding of why that post office still remains and all of this stuff, and why this building is gone. Now, your perspective, when you look through that aperture, will be projected through that video, and a lot of people will see it. Some, of course, won't. But you got to understand, man, you can't please everybody. Trust me, I used to be a telemarketer. Tell me no all the time. My job was to make you say yes. But, you know, the boss would say, every no, Calvin, brings you closer to a yes. So get out there and get on that phone. so basically, you know, I mean, that's the way this is, man. You know, that you're living in right here.
Yeah.
And if it's not for you, then who? Because there are very few people who are as compassionate and considerate. I can tell things about those women that the average person can't. And I can tell you this, it ain't about no money. They actually like you. They actually like seeing you. You take them to the level of where I would buy, when I was out here and bringing out coffee at 3, 4 in the morning to some of these girls out here and everything. Sometimes I would see one and I would say, listen here, you're gonna ask this guy here and give you $20 for sex. Tell you what I'll do. I gotta go up to a meeting. I'll give you $20 to keep your panties on. If you can sit in this restaurant and eat with us and just don't act like, you know, you need drugs and all of that. If you can do that for an hour, I'll give you $50. And then I would go and take them. We had a lot of little clothing stores here up and down the street, and I would buy them outfits. And I'd give them money, and I'd let them go. But they would enjoy that moment. You know, no sex was involved, didn't have to lie, but they couldn't do drugs. It's simple as that. You had to wait an hour now while we're in this, having this dinner, because you got to be strictly a woman now, because you know, now I would put it to them like that. And they would enjoy that moment, you know, because now they realize that they are a person, that they are a woman, that there are men who can appreciate them, that she can now buy the thing. I can show you, I can go up and down the street right now and show you bags behind me in these alleys, bags of clothes where some of the prostitutes have tossed them, you know, because they carry them around, things like that, you know. But just to let them feel like a woman, you know, having a good time, somebody opening the door for them, you know. And the only requirement for me was that I can't sleep with them, because the way I was when they met me is the way I have to be when they leave. If you ever sleep with one, you have broken that bond. You'll never get it back again. So you got to be that person where they know, oh, okay, then I'm going to go to the movies, you know, and she knows she's going to be treated nicely. And you'll find out, all of a sudden, she doesn't want to do any drugs. Not with you. She'll do them after your little rendezvous, you know, going to a movie, treating her like a lady, and you'll find, I'm telling you, so these are some of the sweetest women out here, because they have something to say but nobody to listen. And pretty much, you know, that's all I have to say.
All right,
I just
Hal.
wanted you to,
Hey, man, this has been the gold standard of interviews. I can't thank you enough.
you know, it's just that you just stay objective, because I'm telling you, one of them might come up missing any day, and it will ruin you for the rest of your life. It turned me to God, and I said, whatever I can do. And all the times when I would, you know, I'm a young guy. I've taken girls all the way out into a little pier somewhere, you know, and then leaving them, you know, you know. Well, see, all that came back to me. That came back because I lost some women that had become very close to me, and I have not gotten over it. And I've devoted my life, man. I'm, you know, they don't see me out here on the street, none of that, because everything I do is anonymous, and I do it with humility. I don't want anybody to thank me, but I'm out there fighting. I'm out here every single day, fighting for the elderly, fighting for the addict, fighting for the disabled, fighting for those who can't fight for themselves, because I feel I've been blessed, man. I have been blessed. I'm 70 years old, and all my friends are dead. All my family dead. And I'm still here. I'm truly blessed, and I wanted to just pass that on to you.
Thank you.
Because I will be watching your videos, because as I said, sometimes I can drift off in them.
Well, thank you.
You know.
Yep.
I can just, I looked at your sandwich, you know. But I was, you know, the way it brought back memories of, I was in a military base. I got a lot of military training, you know. Never been in the Army, but I got a lot of military training, you know. And I've lived on military bases. And that sandwich just took me back there. One of the best moments of my life, you know.
Yeah.
And there was no caption. I think it was about, what, 5 seconds long?
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
No caption.
Yep.
But look at what the government is doing. Everything is a megahertz. Everything is a flicker. There's a reason why they'll keep looping the same little video over and over again. You're saying, okay, you sold it, but they'll keep looping it. You know, that's the reason why people wreck and will drive into a pole and not see anything. Is because that momentary flicker, just like that. It's a strobic effect, you know. And sometimes that's good. And sometimes you don't have to say anything to them. And sometimes they may be only a second or two. But if you can change an entire person's life the way they're changing people's lives with this internet, with you know, these flicker images and all of that stuff, you know, and subliminal messages, then you can do the same thing with a 5-second video, man. Because I'm telling you, I was in Morganfield, Kentucky, Breckenridge Job Corps Center, which was a military army base, and I had that exact sandwich in that aluminum, and I sat there and I went back. I just went back, and I appreciate that, man, because sometimes, you know, I have my moments when I don't want to die.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have those moments sometimes, man, and when I black out and I wake up, I say, whew, thank God it was just a blackout.
Yeah.
But anyway,
well, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, Calvin.
You got it,
This has been great.
Hey, I'll see you again.
Yep. Hold it. Hold on now.
Okay.
All right.